Hello everyone and welcome to Zelda Speedruns 2 tonight for another Cross Keys match. We have Chexhuman and dataplet as the match, and I will pass it off to Jinxie and Nicholas here in the booth.
Hello and good evening.
Hello, everyone.
So it looks like we are going to have a really good race. I've actually commentated for both of these runners, so I'm sure they're going to put on a fantastic show today. So super excited to see this one take off.
Same here. I haven't seen much of them, but from what I have seen, they do play really well, especially under cross keys.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy mode to play, but certainly one of the most rewarding. It's very involved and very logical, and it's really exciting to see the different ways that the racers route and different choices that they make, and to see some of their swag tricks is pretty exciting too. So it's definitely exciting. The whole tournament has been fantastic, so it's been great to be involved. And it looks like we are about to start.
Ooh, check starting in Sanctuary. And there's a hook shot immediately in Link's house.
Wow, that is very big, but I'm sure Chex will be there shortly.
Yeah,
No
well, I'm expecting them to
sanctuary
be...
today.
I'm expecting them to hula hand room to Link's house.
Yeah, that seems to be the standard opening, maybe checking the witch's hut and then going over and doing that hula hand. And we have Uncle hanging out in the typical useless fairy spot with 50 bucks.
Oh, gosh.
And a small key to Turtle Rock to start us off.
Of all times, now I have to go do something important. Sorry, I'll be right back in like 10-15.
No problem. Check's gonna head over and find that bomb shop over in the potion shop area, as dataplet is going to check our uncle. Check's grabbing that ever important hook shot. Looks like our stun item today is just a green ruby. And let's see what Hyrule Castle has for us today. And just a useless cave. And our third drop down of the game takes us to the Lost Woods Thief with just 20 bucks. And Check's wasting no time. Gonna go over and check the Kakariko area, as dataplet is probably going to check this useless entrance. I was gonna say South Shore, but probably not at this point. Oh, full magic refill with the tree pool. And just $5 from our hoarder. And our AGA 1 drop today is the Useless Fairy. Yeah, Hookshot was in Link's house. And just a compass in the Lost Woods. So far, that Hookshot is really our only weapon of note. And there is the magic bat. Still no Ganon. It's very possible he could be in his vanilla location today, but again, we have 3 more drops to check we can get to. In the back of Desert. No key stealing today. Well, so far. And our free hint. To just a connector. Oh, and Hype Cave. The small key to pop and that magic powder. Dataplet clearing out the Lost Woods. Finds that compass. And another connector hint. Yeah, sometimes those compasses are nice to have, especially if you're double dipping areas, just so you can remember if you might have forgotten something. Full heart today over in the Lumberjack drop, now located in Kakariko Village. So that means our Kakariko Well or Ganon is going to be behind Aga 2. And we find Paradox Caves. Lots of items so far, nothing really of note. That powder early is really nice to have, given some of the low percentage strats you have to do, as well as that blue mail and a small key to Ganon's Tower. But more importantly, this is also a connector, which we will have 2 other exits other than the one we have now, which could come into play if we don't find that Moon Pearl super early. A lot of times in Cross Keys, you have to take the gross entrances to try and find that Moon Pearl. Get the big key of Misery Mire. And Silver Arrows, very nice to have early. Well, we have our first Dark World connector taking us over to the Dark Sanctuary. Actually, a really nice connector given our current items, especially if we don't have any real Dark World access by means of the Titan Mitts or the Hammer and Glove. And we have Death Mountain access already from that Paradox Cave. Looks like our old man is hiding right here on this drop down. Chex is gonna try and fetch him, get another save and quit point. Dataplat's gonna let us see, hopefully, what the rest of Kakariko Village is, although he might get sucked into these connectors as well. Dataplet gonna hold off on that Paradox Cave, give these other entrances a look before he commits to those connectors. A blacksmith hanging out over in Kakariko. Just a map from our old man, but we do find a desert entrance, which is also 3 more connectors. Dataplet gonna check that magic bat right away. Chex has to be a little careful here. Those cabbages are not forgiving. And just 50 bucks on the magic bat today. K45 has a small key to Misery Mire for us today. Overall, not a definitely needed key, but very nice to have in routing of Misery Mire. And Spectacle Rock is another connector. Just a map here, but we do get a hint. Sahashala is going to lead to our cave today, and we're going to see a nifty bomb jump here by Chex. And he makes it on his first attempt. To the back of desert. Chex wasting no time checking these connectors very early on. Yeah, sorry, front of desert. The front of desert entrance. And another Death Mountain connector. Dataplet grabbing those silver arrows. The cave southwest of the Haunted Grove leads to some chests. I believe that's what it said. And the chicken hut. With the flute. Yeah, the flute is very nice to have early on in this routing. Makes things just a little easier. The chess game on Dataplet's side with nothing to write home about. We find the dam in the bomb hut today. Yeah, Febreze Ninja. We definitely have a lot of early connectors with Paradox Cave, Desert, and Spectacle Rock. So that could mean that our Moon Pearl is going to be trolly today. Dataplet finding Laser Bridge. Yeah, these laser skips with just 4 hearts and blue mail is just gross. Oh, man. Yeah, early laser bridge is usually one-hit knockout. It's very trolly and very frustrating, but most of the time there's at least one decent item. And we have the shovel. Looks like Chex is going to go ahead and steal that small key for desert. And the bird is loose for Chexhuman. Wow, just that shovel, really all that we found on Laser Bridge today. Still a nice check to have out of the way. That is 4 items, and just knowing they're there and not being able to get them is very unnerving. Check's about to find that dam. So we find the upgrade fairy hanging in the front of the tavern. This is also very nice to find early because bombs tend to be pretty priceless early on in the seeds. Back of the tavern with boots. Would have probably been a little more useful to him a couple seconds ago. And Kakariko Village really not having too much value for us other than those boots. Usually we have a couple more dungeons other than Turtle Rock, which always seems to have an entrance or two hanging out in the village. We find a Gina's cave. Just a heart piece from Agina, but that takes dataplet up to 5 hearts, which is actually really exciting in Cross Keys. So often we find that the seed just doesn't have love for us very early on. And let's see what this drop is today. And it's Kakariko Well. That means Ganon is in his vanilla location. Aga 2 must be completed in order to get to the end of this game today. We find Swamp Palace over in one of the Quarreling Brothers' huts. Can't get that hint right now because we already found that dam. Nothing to write home about on the race game. So hopefully we will find those flippers and can find out what that says. Myers Shed. With nothing. Had a lot of item locations so far. Nothing really too exciting for our runners other than those boots. And the hook shot, but that was pretty much a given. Let's see what this shovel gives us today. Just a full heart. Dataplet with a save and quit. I can assume he's going to be checking bonk rocks. And C-shape house with just a compass. And our bonk rocks by Link's house is our palace fairy today with a small key to desert. And we have Thieves Town over on Dataplet's side, hanging out just to the right of Link's house. This is 4 quick checks we can make. We did find a desert entrance over on Death Mountain in the Old Man Cave. We have the big key to Thieves Town, hanging out in Thieves Town. Check's gonna check that back entrance to the Old Man, see where this connector takes us. Let's see if Dataplet, he's going to continue on. He doesn't have anything that he can kill blind with yet, but there is a chance he could find something along the way. Chuck's going to do some bunny walking for us. Looks like we're going to get a Skull Woods dip from Chexhuman. Just an unfortunate joke hint in Thieves Town for us. Still no weapon for Dataplet to kill blind, so hopefully this last chest that he can get right before the maiden is going to be a little bit more exciting for him. Looks like Skull Woods might cooperate with us today. It doesn't seem to be in one of those dead zones that you can't get out of. Yeah, with no glove, Dataplet's going to have to kill these enemies and go the long way over to the maiden. Chexhuman with the big key of Ice Palace in Skullwoods. And just a map, so he's probably going to take blind back and then take a death. Can't really do much more than that. But at least she'll be there waiting for him when he's ready to come back. Just some more bombs for Chexhuman's dip into Skullwoods today. Nothing really exciting. Gonna grab that key so that if he does find the back of Skullwoods and has a fire source, he'll be able just to go ahead and take care of Mothula. Wow, old man hanging out over by the race game today. It's pretty decent. Chuck's gonna go ahead and check Desert, which he did steal that key, which we know he's not gonna have to worry about safe scumming, but he doesn't know that. Big key on floating or on Lake Hylia Island today, and Mimic Cave. Oh, Moon Pearl and Checkerboard Cave. Sphere 1. Or Sphere 0. And a small key from draining the dam to Tower of Hera. Looks like we have a crystal at Misery Mire and Pod. And just 20 bucks on the library, which has now taken up residence in our reservoir. So that early Moon Pearl and the connectors we have, that pretty much opens up everything. Other than the glove lock locations, dataplet can really go pretty much anywhere with the connectors he has currently. Other than the dark pod area, but that could change in a second. And Check's about to grab his Moon Pearl, it looks like. We find a dark cave that dataplet isn't even hesitating. He's just going right for it. Check's about to find Thieves Town as well. We have a connector to the top of Hera by means of our quarreling brothers. Chex is not going to go any further into Thieves Town, which we know is the right choice because there is no weapon in there any further. And dataplet grabs his old man, gonna get his map for his troubles and find a desert entrance. Now this is 4 checks that dataplet can get as well. Don't believe Chexhuman went any further other than these 2 chests. He could have though, and I might have just missed it. Check's finding Ice Rod Cave as he explores the Eastern Palace area. Having those boots makes this a lot nicer of a check. He also has that flute. And just a heart piece so far in desert. Nothing super exciting. Let's see what the torch and the hint has for us. Maybe some of our entrances as well. Just 20 bucks. Check's finding the back of Super Bunny Cave. And just money. So far, this seed is not being very generous with the items. And this is a one-way check for checks. And he finds a Dark Death Mountain exit. Interestingly, both runners bought that exact heart on Death Mountain. Dataplet finding his Spectacle Rock entrance. Yeah, Febreze Ninja, definitely the cabbage safety heart. Dataplet also taking those connectors to find his hint, as well as, I believe, the chicken hut is over here with our flute as well. Yep, flute is right here in the chicken hut. Looks like Chex might be giving us the look at our desert connectors. Yeah, Chex explored those paradox caves super early and did find that entrance to Death Mountain. Another nice entrance to have. However, without the mirror, it's not quite as exciting. But it's good to know. Dataplet finding the entrance of Bumper Cave that we actually can get through as we have that hook shot. And our front entrance of desert takes us out to the Misery Mire area. This is super important because that might mean that we aren't going to need those Titan mitts for much. And Misery Mire hanging out almost vanilla. And Hyrule Castle. Ooh, Bumper Cave coming out vanilla for us today. As Chexhuman finds Hera, also in the Misery Mire area. Dataplet finding our waterfall fairy. With no big key and no fire source, that is all the further in Hera that Chex is going to be able to go. Ooh, he is going into Misery Mire. That is gross. Okay, he's leaving. He's gonna go into Hyrule Castle. Flippers in Hyrule Castle. I think most runners will dip a lot of the dungeons that they find early on, just because logic can require you to do several dips of a dungeon. Like one race I commentated, you essentially had to dip Ganon's Tower 4 times. There is our lamp, also in Hyrule Castle. Once for the Moon Pearl, the second time after you got the Cane of Samaria to get, I think, a big key somewhere, and then you had to beat that dungeon to get the big key to Ganon's Tower. And yeah, it was just a whole mess. Yeah, it was something. And like places like Thieves Town, it was holding its own big keys, so you just never know. It's all a game of chance with cross keys. Dataplet finding his Paradox Cave. Oh no, this is Super Bunny. It's alright. We'll get there. Yeah, I think Thieves Town is definitely one that gets double dipped pretty. It gets dipped pretty fast. And now we do have that lamp, so we do have a fire source to check out what is in the basement of Hera. So this, if it is not our being a triple dip as well, and of course we have nothing that we can kill. Words are hard. We can't kill Moldorm 1 with anything at the moment either, so probably gonna have a triple dip of hair as well. Dataplet checking that back entrance to Old Man, which we know takes us to Dark Kakariko. But with that Moon Pearl, he's going to be able to do a little bit more. We have just a small key to Ganon's Tower, which is pretty decent to find early on. We haven't found Ganon's Tower yet, so gives us more to do. I'd be surprised if we didn't see what entrances Hyrule Castle gives us today. And here we go. Dataplet gonna check that Curiosity Shop entrance with our potion shop. Very nice find. Unfortunately, we have no bottles or a mushroom to turn in, but knowing where it is half the battle. Hyrule Castle front entrance, taking us back to Dark Kakariko area. And our right entrance, taking us up to the floating island. That is also very nice to know. Unfortunately, without a glove or the mirror, we're not going to be able to check everything up here, but we get some information at any rate. Bombos needed to open T-Rock today. Our Thieves Town entrance just taking us over to King's Tomb for some bombs as Chexhuman finds Ganon's Tower. With the fire rod. Another connector over in Dark Kak for Dataplat. taking us out of the 5-6 crystal balm area. So now we know we're not going to need those. Chex also picked up another key to pod. Dataplet finding Hookshot Cave. With our first glove. Back entrance of Hookshot Cave takes us over to the desert area, which is pretty useless, especially considering we already have that flute. And on with checking more of the dark pod area for Dataplet. The hobo just giving us a little bit of love today. And just a great fairy hanging out in the 5-6 Dark World entrance. The back of Skull Woods. Just hanging out in the waterfall. With our first sword. Be interesting to see. It looks like Chex is going to go ahead and try and beat Mothula with what he has. And Pod on Dataplet's side. Not many keys, but this is a few checks for us. And the bow. The bow hanging out in Pod. So we had Thieves Town holding its own big key and Pod holding the bow. Wow. See how Chexhuman fares with our Mothula today. We're going to go ahead and see what's on the Bowlock side of Pod. And Chex making Mothula look easy as he gets 20 bucks and our first crystal of the game. We have a bottle on Dataplet's side. And the small key to Castle Tower. Just 10 arrows hanging out over on the Zora ledge. Lumberjack, I think, just had 20 bucks. Aga 1 was just a useless fairy. The entrance. And a small key to pod from Zora today. Dataplet about to get ripped off by Kiki. Let's see if it pays off or not. And it doesn't. Chexhuman checking the ice rod cave area without that glove. Not going to be able to check what is under the rock there, but does find another connector. As well as the old man entrance. That takes us out to the desert area. Not very exciting, but nice to mark it off that you don't need it. Heart piece over on the desert ledge. Nothing useful in the dark potion shop, but let's see what Catfish has for us today. Catfish with a small key. To Castle Tower. That accounts for both of our Castle Tower keys. However, we know Aga 1 is pretty much off the table at the moment, but having both keys, you are guaranteed to get those 2 items. You only need one, but I guess having both of them isn't that terrible. The big key to GT would be nice, as we know we're going to have to beat Aga 2 to get to Ganon. Dataplet going to clean up some of these light world entrances that were boot locked, and we find our bomb shop today. Thieves Town and Swamp Palace are going to be our 5-6. We know, of course, that those aren't needed, but still good to know these crystals pretty early. Vanilla Thief hideout for Dataplet. He's going to grab some money. Looks like he's probably going to check that Zora area soon. I'm going to get a look at what the back of Skullwoods takes us to today, as we haven't had a hint yet. And it takes us to Mini Moldorm Cave. And the Ice Rod. We are not sure if TR is acquired yet or not. Dataplet finding Sick Kid under that rock and getting 10 arrows for his troubles. Chex finding our old lady connector.
I'm back. What I missed? Sorry for being so long.
Oh, not a problem. You missed a little bit. A little bit of interesting things going on. Chex is about to go into Hookshot Cave where he is going to find his first glove.
Oh wow, I really missed a lot.
Interestingly enough, Dataplet doesn't have that sword yet that Chex has, so he's going to have to go beat Mothula if he wants that. There's 3 others in the world, though. He could possibly find one a little sooner.
Where was Skullwoods?
Skullwoods is in the waterfall today.
Ooh.
Yeah, the sword is actually right in the chest before Mothula. So as long as he checks that, he will be able to beat Mothula.
Righto. Very
Chex
conveniently
finding,
placed as well.
Yeah, for sure. Because we did see Dataplet go all the way to blind, but with no weapon was unable to kill him because our Thievestown Big Key is actually in Thievestown. Now that Dataplet has those flippers from Eastern Palace and his lamp pretty soon, he's going to be able to go to Mothula even without that fire rod.
Did you just do a bomb jump against the to the last torch on the ledge?
Oh yeah, it's a super, super easy, pretty much free bomb jump. You just have to line up with the wall and drop your bomb, avoid that wall master, and you are good to go.
I once
Chex
had.
grabbing his bow.
There was an entrance seat a while back. It wasn't in Logic, but like some people opted. It was in Ganon's Tower. You know the one on the right side, that room with all the torches, and there's a one on the ledge?
Yes.
People were just trying to bomb jump over that. It was a pain in the rear.
Yeah, definitely not fun.
Have we found? No, we have not found Hammer.
Nope, neither runner has the hammer or the mirror yet. They do have the flute. Dataplet gonna check that dark cross chest, which we didn't see from Chexhuman, so this could be something important. Yes, that's right. We did get that hint that Hammer is behind potions, so definitely looks like we need that mushroom today.
Here's a long trading sequence.
And just a heart piece in the dark cross today. Now, Chex has a lot more keys than Dataplet did when he came in here the first time, so we're going to get to see a lot more Chex. No, Chex did not see the potion shop. It's over in that glove lock spot by the ice rod cave, so he doesn't know it's there. Lucky, oh, there is our Infinity Gauntlet in Pod, as well as a small key to Turtle Rock.
Oh, and everyone's favorite arrow in Terra.
Yep. Single arrow. Chex left the chest by the turtles. He didn't open that.
The one at the bottom.
No, he walked right past it.
Oh! That's odd. Well, let's hope it has nothing important for him.
Yeah, and I double checked. He definitely didn't open that. And I have a feeling he's gonna death warp out of this.
Well, when he comes back, and if he has the compass, he's going to be like hitting himself. Where is that last chest?
He's gonna forget about that chest without that compass. That's that could be bad. I'm like at a loss for words. I don't even know what to say about missing that chest. Oh my gosh.
Oh, a small key to Ganon's Tower in Hera Basement. Not sure if that's already been seen.
Yeah, Chex actually found Hera pretty early. Couldn't do that firelock chest, but then found that lamp in Hyrule Castle and went right back and checked it. We do not know what was in that chest, Shadow.
Me being the wonderful supportive person I am, I'm just kind of hoping it's Mira.
Ooh, that's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Dataplet still doesn't have his sword, and he's gonna go ahead and dip Misery Mire. Does have those silvers, which he's not using, but you know, doesn't really need that. He still hasn't found GT yet, which is where our fire rod is. We do have the big key to Misery Mire, though, so we do get to check the big chest at least. With a full heart, not terrible, not what they wanted to see, but it's all right. Wondering if Chex is gonna check that first chest in Swamp Palace.
Where was the entrance to GT?
That is over in Dark Death Mountain on the right side. The lower right hand. Oh, and a bottle.
Oh, nice.
With some potion in it. Stumpy with a small key to GT. Our Dark Reservoir having Anga Tower today. And Chex does have that single key, so he is going to be able to get both of these chests. There is the mirror. I feel like that's pretty generous of Aga today. It's a Joe Kenton Misery Mire. And Dataplet with his first sword. And there's our Hera basement hint, a little too late. And Spike Cave in the Bonk Rocks on the Dark World by Link's house. We do have that mirror and the flipper, so it looks like we are going to get to see which big key is on this ledge. Skullwoods. And we're gonna get a look at the dark shopping mall. Now with that mirror, Chex is gonna find Sick Kid. Nothing of value in him, but it's definitely a check he's gonna be able to mark off of his tracker. There's Eastern Palace. Unfortunately, without that big key. Oh, and Spiral Cave. Ice Palace on Dataplet's side. Looks like we are going to get a dip of Eastern here. Dataplet grabbing another Ketapod, so hopefully we'll get to see what was in that turtle chest that Chex accidentally walked past. And Dataplet about to pick up his fire rod. Big key to Hera. Wow. That was important. Samaria can be found near, did it say Moldorms or Mothula?
Well, as soon as I came back, I just exited the hint.
Hold on, I can see it. Redcane can be found with a Moldorm. And we just got that big key to Hera.
Well,
although, could that mean Moldorm 2 as well?
Ooh, I don't know. Wait. Don't you need to use the big key to get to Mold? Sorry, the Samaria to get to Moldum too?
No.
Okay then, yeah. Possibly.
You
Could
just need
also...
Samaria to get to the right side.
Right. Could it also... Okay, yeah, I was about to say, could it also be Mini Moldum?
Yeah, no, we found that already. That's in the back entrance of Skull Woods.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like Chex is wasting no time heading to Hera. Once he grabs that red cane, he could full clear Misery Mire. It's pretty interesting. The big key to Hera with a hint that the cane is probably in Hera, and Hera is located right by Misery Mire.
Oh, and Dataplet's going to Mini Moldum now. Ooh, Pyramid Crack leads to a connector.
Yeah, we already found that one pretty early. The Dark Kakariko bomb hut takes us there.
Ah.
Let's see if Arcana Samaria is here. Still haven't found Sahashala, which I'm assuming he's going to be in that desert entrance, as we've checked a significant amount of the overworld. Checks can mirror there on top of Hyrule Castle, as well as those other two entrances on Dark Death Mountain, now with the mirror, because we have that desert connector.
Also,
There it is.
You can also check Tower of Hero Vanilla.
We actually already checked that. That's a connector.
Ah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Chex go straight into Misery Mire. Or Hyrule Castle. You know, one of the two.
Oh, they're checking the back.
Yeah, he's gonna check that Dark Cross chest, which we know is nothing terribly exciting. But getting that check out of the way before he heads to Misery Mire, I'm sure.
I mean, in the end, the health could help him.
Yeah, definitely.
I really enjoy seeing the players who skip the health, just seeing like how they manage everything.
And a dark connector. We have one more desert entrance. This one right here that we don't know what it is. And it's just our gambling game. Our archery game. Hopefully Dataplet goes in here, because this is where his mirror is. And Check's going into Misery Mire.
Have we checked, or was that the, what's it called? Lumberjack tree?
Yeah, it's just our useless fairy.
Ah, fun.
Ganon is actually vanilla today.
Huh, nice.
Nope, we have not seen that one yet. No graveyard entrance yet. The question remains, where is our mushroom?
Yes, vanilla Ganon means multiple dips into GT could be required.
Yeah, vanilla Ganon definitely means that Agatu is 100% required. In our bomb hut in the K45 entrance, we are running out of item caves here. Only a couple yet to be accounted for.
Have I found Paradox and Hype Cave?
Yeah, the only ones we are missing are Blind's Hut, Sahashala's Hut, the Bonk Rocks, and Graveyard Ledge.
It's actually a really clean route that Chex is using for Maya.
Yeah, if you have one small key going into Mire, it's not necessary. You really don't need it, but it just makes routing so much more optimal.
I've actually never seen that hookshot idea before.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit easier to grab that chest that way than going around.
Very timely as well.
I thought he set up Spooky Mire before he went in there. Very rarely do you get a nice Spooky Mire for cross keys.
So regarding how Spooky Maya works, would you need... Okay, that's weird. I have never seen how it... Well, I know how... I've seen how it works, but I have no idea how it works.
It's all about placement. Like, you have to flute in and immediately you walk kind of down and up onto the portal, and you can't use powder or anything throughout the... It's a little complex, but it's not terrible. There's some great... I know Koi made a tutorial that's how I learned it. He explains it really nicely, and it's not as complicated as it seems.
I'm gonna give it a
And
look.
Chexhuman grabs his second crystal.
Ooh, gonna get a check for this lift rock.
Yeah, it's just vanilla.
Of course.
Looks like he might go back and take one of those Hyrule Castle connectors. Yeah, we have access to the floating island from here, and now with that mirror and that glove, he's going to be able to check so much more. Oh, he didn't take that one. Interesting. He might go back. Okay, now he's going to do it. And just a heart piece on the floating island. He is going to find Ice Palace, though.
And they have everything to complete it as well. Oh, no, they don't have Hammer Minute yet, never mind.
Yeah, still need that hammer. How ironic would it be if that mushroom is an Ice Palace?
You're getting my hopes up.
I just hope it's not in that stinking chest he missed. I like have anxiety thinking about it for him. Yeah, the game definitely does like to make you do double, triple, quadruple dips, so it wouldn't surprise me if something gross was in there.
Oh, here's the
There's
Hashel
Blind's
Blind
Hut.
Hearts.
Our Smoky to Pot or Swamp Palace. And Piquita Desert.
Ooh, I think Cheg's gonna go into GT again.
Oh yeah, he can do that right side now.
Unless okay, they have been here before. Oh, Dataplet's gonna get their their tempered sword. Wait, the tempered. Yes,
Yeah,
their
well, this will
master
be
sword.
his mastered. Yeah. Let's see what is in chest 22. We still need that Ganon's Tower big key to finish this game. Adds one extra element. Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't found Sahashala yet. We know he's holding our cape. And Chex does have the green pendant. Would have been a little more helpful there. Now, it'd be interesting to see if Chex is going to go full right, which I would assume he's going to do, because that is a lot more Chex. And he has that bow. Pretty much useless right side.
Dataplet having a pretty clean modular fight and getting their red ruby and crystal. Oh, actually going full right.
Yeah, he can't get any more access on the left, so this makes sense. This is 4 more checks that he can get.
What did he check on the left?
Just the torch.
Oh yes, right, correct. For a second I was thinking about the skeleton room.
Yeah, nope, can't get there without the hammer.
My game knowledge is on point as usual.
It's easy to forget. I mean, we're almost an hour and a half in with no hammer. And knowing where it is probably more gross than not knowing. And Ice Armos is down. So far, just a map, a bottle. Ugh, and both meringues. Gross.
You should implement a new rule. Every time someone gets a boomerang, they have to reset from scratch. Shouldn't be too hard considering they would know where everything is now as well. Well, most things are.
Well, I'm wondering if dataplet is gonna go ahead and check that. Oh, and there are our bonk rocks. So our 2 only item locations remaining that we have access to is Sahashla's Hut and Graveyard Ledge. We do know where Kakariko Well is. Unfortunately, we cannot get to it. And we haven't seen the back of Escape. Oh, Chex is going to check it.
Is this, Oh, right. Is well at the back of... Is it, thing blacksmith pegs?
Yes.
Oh, they can get it.
Yeah, they do have the mirror. Well, Chex can. Just a key to Turtle Rock. Although I saw Chex's face when it dawned on him that he hadn't checked it. I think we both realized it at the same time. It was a little bit of panic there. Oh yeah, and the thief sounds small.
For a second, I was expecting them to go straight to, what's it called? Straight to Trinex.
Trinex. I think he's gonna go ahead and check these back entrances first, and then we'll check the crystal roller room at least.
Would be smarter considering it wouldn't just chuck him out the front.
Oh, they don't have the big key yet, so he's not able to go to Trinex.
Oh.
He will be able to come out this door, though. And dataplet grabbing his Kano Samaria and his green pendant. Ooh, we're gonna get a look at where our laser eye entrance takes us. We have not seen that yet. Or the big chest entrance. Top of Hyrule Castle. And Mimics just have the bug net today.
Where is that cave in vanilla?
That is, you have to mirror outside Turtle Rock before you go into the big chest room.
Isn't that Mimic Cave?
Yeah. I'm sorry, isn't that what you asked?
Where that hint room was.
Oh, where that hint is, Vanilla? It's over in the dark shopping mall area. Under the rock.
Right.
And just another bottle so far in T-Rock. Be kind of interesting if he pulled the big key out of T-Rock. For T-Rock. Because he does have access to pretty much everything except that big chest and Trinex. There's the mushroom.
The mushroom!
Wow, have to do T-Rock backwards to get that mushroom. Interesting, interesting.
Oh, I gotta get the Maya entrance check. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that just takes us to desert. No. Meyer takes us to desert. That takes us to the connector that takes us to Death Mountain.
Alright.
Hopefully Chex remembers that hint that the mushroom leads to the hammer. Oh yeah, he definitely knows. Did he find the potion shop yet? It's in that curiosity shop. I don't remember if he's seen it or not. Looks like he has, because he's going straight for the dark world. And desert is a pendant today. Almost have all of our information. Ice Palace is a crystal, so that means T-Rock is going to be our last pendant, I think. Although, no, we don't know what Eastern is. Never mind. Dataplet going to go ahead into Ice Palace. Yeah, and Check's on his way down to grab that hammer. I mean, even if he hadn't found the potion shop yet, he only has, I think, 2 or 3 checks left. So, looking at what Chex has, he still needs the big key to Pod, the big key to Eastern and T-Rock possibly, Ganon's Tower big key. But I think other than that, other than keys, I think he's pretty good item-wise.
Yeah, looks like he has. Well, the tempered sword would help a lot when it comes to Ganon. Other than that, though, he can beat the game, assuming he finds the locations
Now he's going
or knows where they are.
back to Pod. He doesn't have the big key, but maybe he remembered about that chest? Or he hasn't.
Does he? What is he? Does he actually have the big key and just wasn't checked off on the tracker?
Uh-uh.
No.
Nope.
What are you doing? You. Oh my gosh. He's going to be very disappointed when he gets there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it is a long way to find out you don't have that big key.
Oh, that was actually a really clean turtle room. Here we go, the face of disappointment coming up. And he didn't remember right about it. Crap. Dataplet making their right-hand play. Has Dataplet checked TR anyway?
No.
Sorry, Pod?
Some, not much. Just, I think, 3 or 4 chests, possibly 5.
So, like, not even the one that was missed?
Nope.
Oh
We
boy.
still don't know what's in that chest. Check's gonna finish off Thieves Town while Dataplet takes down the right side of Ganon's Tower.
Have we found Swamp and Dam?
Yes. Yeah, and Chex is able to full clear Swamp.
Any hints about Left Wing or nah?
Have not seen a hint about that yet.
Oh, Check's getting the magic pixel.
Yeah, Chex found Swamp. It was very, very early. It's over in the Quarreling Brothers huts.
It's not often you see a full right side GT.
You do a lot in cross keys.
Yeah, that is true. It's just so foreign after you don't do it for forever.
Yeah, it's definitely a technique you have to learn pretty quickly with this mode. Sometimes it's required.
What was on the torch?
3 bombs.
Ah, we killed Bob just for 3 bombs? Big
Yeah,
shame.
dataplet hasn't been really leaving anything behind. He's been picking up everything.
And we're gonna get... Wait, was this where the mushroom was?
No, the mushroom
Nah.
is in T-Rock. In the chain chomper.
Yeah, my memory's playing tricks with me.
Oh, it
Looks
happens
like
with cross
we
keys.
have the big key! Oh, we have the big key for this area.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. And it's tempered.
Oh, we're gonna get the play. Here we go. It's good to get her over and done with now.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a choice. So instead of coming back, just do it and be done. Where was our Ganon's Tower big key? I didn't even see that picked up. I must have missed that.
Ice Palace.
Oh, okay.
Turtle Rock, big key on blind. And Check's just like rushing back.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's at the point where he just wants to get crystals and get out. Although we don't have the information on what this is, but it's a pretty quick kill. T-Rock and cross keys is so nice.
As well as inverted.
True.
Please do not run out of magic now.
Yeah, I don't think he has even a green potion. I know he has a red one, but I don't think he has any magic refills. And Trinex is down.
Oh my
big
god!
key to Bod. So it was required.
Back-to-back boss big keys is great.
And the book. And the big key to Swamp Palace. Looks like Chex is gonna do the Smith chain. Dataplet getting that small key to TR will hopefully tell him to go there. Correct, Jopo. We just need that big key to Eastern.
That's...
I mean, it could be in the big chest of ice. You just never know.
That's a very unusual palace for Chex's sprites.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Well, we're finally going to get to see what is in the back of Kakariko well today. This actually might work out pretty well for Dataplet because he can mirror right here and he's going to find that entrance to T-Rock. And another small key to pod for Chexhuman.
There's the map of Eastern, so now we can figure it. So, well, he already knows it's a crystal.
I think now he's going to finish up pod. Of course, he still has that chest that he forgot. I hope he goes and checks that. I don't think he's going to, though. Unless he picked up the compass, which I don't believe he did. Nope.
Still refusing to check that back room, even though it doesn't hold much bearing anymore.
Yeah, well, he, to his knowledge, only needs a couple more keys. So he's probably going to see what's on the boss before going and checking the dungeon again.
Yeah.
And Dataplet about to grab his mushroom. And having a little bit of a temper tantrum. A really big temper tantrum. I'm sure he's gonna go back and get that big chest. The problem is he forgot to check the turtle chest, and I don't think he realizes it. I definitely don't think it was intentional, but he walked right past it twice without opening it. He'll go back in and grab that big chest.
And the long keychains, and the long keychain ends at 5 rupees. Okay, I know it'll take a while, but why doesn't he? I mean, he has the key to spare, so why not? Okay, well, he got it. Oh my god! Oh, that is great!
He definitely got lucky that that big key was there and not in the chest he missed.
Yeah. Make it beeline voice, and now I believe. He just needs to do... Yeah, Ice and Eastern, and then he can go straight to Ganon. Well,
He still has
GT then
Swamp to
Ganon.
do as well.
Oh, alright, alright.
So hopefully he does Ice before Swamp.
Checks also know the location of his GT big key. Here we go. Which I know it was in Ice, but which room in Ice was it? They like getting their hammer and a blue potion and another blue potion.
I actually missed when they picked up the GT Big Key, so I'm not 100% certain. I know it's not on the Hammerlock side.
Chai can help us out.
think Sahashala is behind the 7 crystals today in Ganon's Tower.
That would be a bit of a troll. Not necessarily bad, but it would be a troll.
Yeah, I think he's doing Ice Palace now.
Look like dataplet has the same thing in mind. Was that the hints for Turok big chest?
Yeah. What, the big chest entrance?
Yeah. A riveting commentary. Looks like it was in perhaps Ice Tea room, or the other room with the freezers. Alright, I think he's about to find the big key now. There it is! Go mode. Chex has achieved go mode.
I don't think he's going to be picking up Tempered either.
Ooh,
Unless
this...
it's like on the way in Swamp. Because we still have 1 sword unaccounted for, but he's definitely not going to the big chest in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, and they enter Cold Stare at about the same time.
Oh, unfortunately, dataplet is just not making the right decision going this left side GT.
Could say the same with Chex not going to finish off GT.
Well, he knows he has to do it anyway. So as long as if he leaves that last, then Ganon's gonna drop in the hole and he can drop right in and kill him.
Yeah, but like even then, it's only you can just get like right out of the way immediately. It's like you're right there after all. Not sure if it's with. I'm not sure why, but like, I would think it might be only if you die to Ganon, but if you, yeah, it's only if you die to Ganon. Never mind. Oh, there's a Quake. Not like we'll need it. Don't think he's gonna check it. Gonna check anything unless it's on the way. Or not. Wait. Yeah, doesn't have a big key, never mind. Last 4 checks in GT, what we got? Half magic. Compass of Skull. Big key and burner. Wait. I think my brain just died there and said big key or burner.
Cross keys can do that to you.
I'm just gonna start blaming all my problems on cross keys from now on.
I do.
Ooh, nice, got the triple.
Wouldn't it be ironic if that chest he skipped had a sword upgrade in it?
Oh, that would be that would be great.
I almost want to download the seed so I can just check that chest.
Same. Oh, dataplet only just finding Sahasrar's cave, Blind's hut. Alright, Chuck's gonna start doing his ascents.
And there's our final sword in desert. We are going to get to see what all Swamp Palace has for us. Fortunately, it's not going to be anything that's going to help dataplet finish this game.
Let's see if we can get a 0 cycle. Shouldn't be too hard with... Yep. Let's say it shouldn't be too hard with silvers.
Yeah, Chexhuman usually has really on point boss fights. Blah. Words are hard. Boss fights.
Have you seen people lose races for getting sprite glitch at that location?
Yeah, I've despawned the tower several times.
It's absolutely fun. Oh my gosh! Oh well, no major loss, I guess. Looked like it was trying to powder the anti-fairies.
Very nice use of the hook shot there.
Getting a very nice item.
Kinda sucks having no safeties though. No Kanaburna or Cape here for the Ganon fight. With Master Sword.
Yeah. Let's see if there's no swag and go Master Sword silverless.
He definitely won't go silverless.
It's not that bad, come on.
Yeah, maybe not in a tournament race, but he's gonna be playing to win.
Fair enough, yeah. Does he have another red potion or not?
No.
And that's Ganon. I should probably have IRC open to check this.
And with a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 50 seconds, Chexhuman finishes in first place of, I think it's round 4 loser bracket. So he will be advancing.
There's Mirror Shield. Well, rather Progressive Shield. I find shields are some of the hardest things to come by in Randomizer.
Sometimes. And we are joined by Chexhuman. GG, what did you think of the seed?
GG. It was.
Congratulate.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sorry.
Felt pretty straightforward, with hints leading me to Hammer. And yeah, after that, it just needed to do dungeons.
I have to tell you, I had a minor heart attack about an hour in the game when you were in pod. You completely skipped the turtle chest. Like, walked right past it twice and never checked it. We didn't think you were ever going back, and you didn't, and I was panicked that there was going to be a big key in there for you.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I can picture that. Right. Okay. Yeah, there's no... I'm just kind of tired. So, I would have never got back to there.
Yeah, especially not finding that compass, so it was definitely not on your radar.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Yeah, but it turned out okay. It wasn't a sword either. We did find all 4 swords. One was in the Desert Palace big chest, and the other one was in the Ganon's Tower big chest. So you probably wouldn't have got to that anyway. But it definitely wasn't a sword, and dataplet hasn't been back there, so we still don't know what was in that chest.
Oh.
Reset the game and find out.
Well, if dataplet is in Desert Palace, what is he looking for?
He's still missing a few of the big keys. Unfortunately, dataplet has forfeited. Hopefully, we'll see if he'll come and join us for a chat. Sorry, I have pneumonia, so I'm trying to not sound raspy and horrible throughout this commentary. But yeah, he unfortunately missed a couple big keys. Did the left side of Ganon's Tower. You know, definitely not bad plays, just unfortunately watching 2 side-by-side runs, we kind of know where things are.
Okay. We'll get well soon.
Oh, thank you. It's fine. not a big deal. But yeah, definitely a great race. You checked everything. We never did find Sahashala's hut, so I was curious to see if he was actually in Ganon's Tower or that T-Rock entrance, because I think those are the only two we haven't seen. Although the hammer, I don't think anyone checked the hammer house in Dark Cack, but it could have been checked and I just missed it.
Right. No, I forgot about it.
But yeah, because we did get that hint that Sahashala was holding the cape, I believe.
Right.
So, I mean, nothing too terrible. But your Master Sword Ganon and all your boss fights were just really on point and beautifully done. The hook shot sword swag on Moldorm 2 was very exciting. Chad enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. I learned about that earlier this year.
It looks like Dataplet's going to go ahead and check that big chest in Thieves Town. Unfortunately, just going to grab a couple bombs there. But yeah, it was a really, really good race. You got lucky and found the mushroom a little bit before Dataplet, but he had found the Ganon's Tower big key and ice. So we kind of knew, like, when you were doing some other checks that it just wasn't going to be there. So you definitely made the right choice in checking ice before checking Swamp Palace. So that was definitely a good play. But considering everything you guys had done, 2:11:50, what a phenomenal time. Like, you have to feel good about that at least. I mean, that was, for everything you did, that was a fantastic time.
Thanks.
I think this is the point in the chat where I remind our viewers, if you enjoyed what you were seeing today and both runners put on a fantastic race for you, be sure to give them a follow, show them some love, spam some GGs, and, you know, just tell them how much you appreciate what they're doing. Cross Keys definitely is not an easy mode to play, and especially in front of, you know, couple hundred people. It's exciting. And if you enjoy the commentary or tracking or restreaming and would like to join the community and volunteer, you are more than welcome. We are always looking for people who want to help us out with the tournament.
Oh, looks like Dataplet had not so good a runner with blind. So how is he? Is Check still here? How were you feeling when you found the location of the mushroom?
Pretty good. I was, yeah, I don't know, felt fine. I knew that was, my hammer, so I got pretty excited, and, like I said, I'm a bit tired, so the hammer always makes me think, oh, I have 3 dungeons I can clear with this now. The hammer locked dungeons, and of course I generalized it so much that I forgot I needed pot big key. So that's why I made that error. And then I figured I would focus on dungeons, except that there was still a lot of stuff to do. Even forgetting about well when I was in the area. So yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
Just sounds like a big piece of relief when you found it.
Yeah.
Looks like we're joined in chat by Dataplet GG. So are there any questions from chat for our runners?
And where was Dataplet's next progression? His big keys?
I
Ice
think
Palace?
it
Not Ice
is.
Palace, he got that.
I think he had just got it because he just beat Blind, which was the TR big key, and then from Trinex it was the wasn't it the Pod big key?
It was Pod, yeah. And then
Yeah,
right
and
big chest
then-
was Eastern.
Yeah, the big key to Eastern. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So he definitely had the right progression there. That would have definitely taken him to the end because he did already complete the tower. So Ganon was ready. He would just have to clean up a couple of those dungeons and he would have been good to go. But yeah, it was a very interesting race. It definitely bottlenecked there towards the end. It was kind of neat to see the T-Rock big key in Thieves Town to the Pod big key in TR to the Eastern big key in Pod, and then Eastern we actually had the Hera big key. So it was a pretty neat
Right.
string of logic there. It was pretty much every dungeon held the big key to its predecessor, or like in Thieves Town's case, its own big key.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a great race. I think sometimes knowing where a progressive item is, like that hammer, knowing it was on mushroom, kind of makes it a little bit worse, especially when you find the potion shop and you still don't have that mushroom. You're kind of like, oh my gosh, I need it. You know, it's almost worse knowing what you need and not being able to find it than having no idea.
Yeah.
So I think we will go ahead and wrap it up. GG's to both runners. It was very exciting to watch. It was a pleasure commentating for both of you again. I've got to do a couple of your other races, and as always, you both put on a great show, and definitely enjoy seeing you guys running. Chexhuman, we will see you again soon as you have another race, hopefully in the future. Good luck to that. I hope to calm you in the finals. As good luck.
Thank you. Always appreciate it.
Anything else before we wrap up here then, or is that it?
Seems to be everything.
Just before we leave, just wanted to give a little shout out to what's going on tomorrow. We have a couple things. Let's see, we have the weekly European weekly for Ocarina of Time tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. We have 3 different races in this tournament as well tomorrow. One at 12 p.m., one at 3 p.m., and one at 6 p.m., all Eastern time. And then we also have the Link to the Past weekly race at 3 p.m. and the Oracle of Seasons Randomizer weekly at 3 p.m. So keep an eye out to your notifications and Twitter to see what actually shows up, what channels are what. Have a good night.